Dirty folks, dirty folks, dirty folks. No soap, no soap.
Welcome to the Comedy Report. I am your reporter, Dirty Folks, and today's Juneteenth. I just want to start off by saying, Lord knows I hate this goofy ass flag, man. A power fist and in African colors, it does not represent Juneteenth. First of all, to me, I know I sound like a hater against the colors, but Juneteenth is a holiday that represents slaves in Galveston learning 2 years late that they're free and notified almost 2 months after the Civil War was over. That's celebrated 3 days later than is historically celebrated. My entire working life, when I have to do events or work at a gig, it was June 16th. And then just with a control F, it became a federal holiday, and on every site it says June 19th. That's why you got to keep your old encyclopedias. I swear to God, because they will make this whole world toddler be a daycare. Here's the thing, and this is what I hate about it the most: the loss of identity, trying to find your identity. So the red, black, and green really irks me, because when slaves were freed, they all knew they were native to this land. And slavery didn't end in 1865, it just modified. But people knew they were indigenous to this land. If you're over 40 years old, you went to school with a girl with good hair that told you she had Indian in her family. Because that's how long it was that grandmothers were trying to keep the traditions of saying, yo, I don't care what that textbook says. When they say you're not of here, they're trying to detach you from your land. You're from here. When Juneteenth really had a resurgence was in the 1960s, and it really became a thing in the 1970s. And when they celebrated in the streets like it was Mardi Gras or the Bud Billiken Parade, when colored people made Juneteenth culturally as big as Cinco de Mayo in their communities, when they really gave a shit about themselves before they let women, gays, and felons take over their community, they dressed like either natives or cowboys. Because you have to realize that when it was time to colonize, west of the Mississippi River, most of those cowboys were black people. They whitewashed everything, but the Lone Ranger was, whatever you want to call him, dark-skinned guy, native, African, whatever, named Bass Reeves, that was hanging out with indigenous native man. And somehow they whitewashed it and rebranded it so it's a white guy with a Mexican that's dressed like an Indian, but it ain't true. And the reason the Lone Ranger stood out is because he was out there doing amazing things, bro. He was doing spectacular stuff. And the white folks was like, yo, we want to be like him. Then all of a sudden, we went from that to everybody dressing like African Bambaataa, which is apropos if you know the story of African Bambaataa. Anyway, so that's today's Comedy Report. Happy Juneteenth, I guess. All right.